Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I have been meaning to film this for a really long time, and I know that Steve is going to be very happy that I'm starting to film this. Make yourself comfortable. So today we're going to be doing a bespoke logo light up sign for Steve's office. So to get you guys up to speed, basically when we moved in, one of the first rooms that we tackled was Steve's office. It had all this kind of chunky built-in furniture in it, lots of old school wallpaper, looked very dated. So we spent a lot of time stripping that back, stripping all the wallpaper back, priming it, sanding it, painting it, new skirting boards, new carpets, and getting his office set up in there because Steve has his own YouTube channel where he films a lot of like gaming Football Manager content. So it was important for him to have a nice kind of background to film on. Unlike me. So yeah, one of the things that he has wanted for a while is just something in the background just to add a bit of interest, light it up a bit, and something that's kind of personal to his channel. So we are going to be doing a big custom sign. So what I'm looking to do is a big round backlit sign which has Steve's logo on the front of it. I did a really quick mock-up to show Steve what I had in mind and get his like approval if that is what he was looking for. So this is what roughly we think it's going to look like. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because I've never done anything like this before, and you're probably thinking, how is this going to be possible? And the answer is Cricut, which is actually today's video sponsor. So I have actually worked with Cricut before, absolutely love my Cricut. It is life-changing. I have the Cricut Maker 3, and I've actually done a project previously on my channel with Cricut, which was a bespoke sign for my sister's nursery. So that's what we're going to be using for today to get that really like nice professional crisp logo. So I've got a few more supplies. I've got a few more of their smart vinyls. I will I will put in an image of Steve's logo. I actually designed his branding for him when he first started his channel. So it's very, very clean, and there's like a lot of contrast, black, white, and a pop of orange. So I have a few of their different kind of vinyls, black, white, and the orange as well. I've obviously got my Cricut machine, which is a no-brainer. And obviously one of the key components is going to be the base of the sign as well. So I went to Amazon and I found these. So these are just plywood sheets which are cut into big circles purely for the purpose of doing signage. So I got a pack of 2 of them for £23, I think. So this is 60 centimeters big. This is going to be how big the sign is going to be in the background when he films. It looks big when you hold it up, but when it's in the background, it's not that big. So it looks something like that. And obviously his brand colors are black, white, and orange. It'll be sitting on a white bit of wall. So I'm going to do like an art attack style thing. Here is one that I made earlier. I have already painted one of these black. I actually just used fence paint because that's what I had to hand. So this is the Cuprinol fence paint. I've already stained this black. So the logo should really pop on the back of that. So I'm going to step you through the whole process, how I'm going to use my Cricut to kind of do the logo, everything like that. But before I jump into that, I want to talk you guys through why I love my Cricut and all of the different uses, because I know not all of you guys would have heard of Cricut before or used them. And honestly, there's like so many different ways that you can use it, far more than I ever realized before I got mine. So yeah, let me talk you through all the awesome features that it can offer. So this is my Cricut Maker 3 along with my handy Cricut tools. The Cricut Maker is the ultimate smart cutting machine. You can cut over 300 materials, from fine materials like crepe paper and fabric, all the way to materials such as mat board and leather. The Cricut Maker has an expandable suite of tools to work with. You can take your DIY projects to the next level with cutting, scoring, debossing, engraving, all with the same machine. Cricut as a brand are really dedicated to expanding their suite of tools so that they can continually add value to the machine as well. The machine is super easy to set up. You'll be ready to go in a couple of minutes, so you can get cracking with your next DIY project as quickly as possible. Cricut Design Space is also available on mobile and desktop, so you can design from anywhere. I love that Cricut Design Space provides a design community so that you can share your designs, you can get inspiration from other creators, and also make use of the really handy templates as well. For this project, I am starting from scratch in the Cricut Design Space. So I started a new project. I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you how quick it is to design in the design space. I've just chucked in a circle. This is just to provide a template for that piece of wood that I'm going to use so that I can size up the logo and make sure it's going to be the perfect size. I'm going to be using an existing logo, but I just wanted to really quickly show you how easy it would be just to apply your own text. There's loads of different fonts to choose from, different stylings. It's very much just click and go. Everything is literally there at your fingertips. So here are the logos that I uploaded earlier. I'm just going to drag that into place and resize it and make sure it's going to be the perfect size to fit on that piece of wood. Once I got it the right size, I got rid of that circle because obviously we do not need it. Once I was happy with that, I saved the project. So the HG part of the logo is actually going to be white, but I want the little play button bit orange. So what I've done is copied that logo, pasted it onto a brand new project, just so I can get the sizing right. And then I have a graphic of just the play button alone. I've just dropped that on top and resized it to match up with the rest of the logo. And this is the part that's going to be orange. If you don't have a logo to import, just to show you how quick and easy it would be to create something like that from scratch, I'm just chucking in a circle, putting a triangle over the top, resizing it, adjusting the kind of location of it. And all you do is select them, make sure they're grouped together by right clicking and selecting attach, and that is all ready to cut as well. So very quick and easy to start from scratch, but since I've already got the logo, I'm just going to use that. Once I'd saved that project as well, I was then ready to get my Cricut out and start creating. So like I said earlier, this is my Cricut Maker 3, and the tools I'm going to be using today is a smoothing tool, some tweezers, scissors, and this hook implement, which is really handy. The materials I'm going to be using is the permanent vinyl. I have the white for the HG part of the logo and also the orange for the play button bit. I also have some transfer tape, which I will show you guys later. So I started off by cutting my white vinyl to the correct size and applying it to my cutting mat. What the cutting mat does is it just holds the vinyl in place. It's kind of a little bit tacky, and it just holds it down. You can actually use this project without the cutting mat, but I chose to use the cutting mat. Once that was all smoothed down and ready to go, I went over to my Cricut machine and turned it on. The thing I love the most about the Cricut is that it literally guides you through the whole process. So once my Cricut was on, I went over to Design Space and pressed make. It asked me if I was cutting on a mat or without a mat. With the smart vinyl, you actually do not need to use a mat at all. And it gives you a kind of template of what the cutting process is going to look like. Once you're happy with that, the Cricut will then ask you to select your base material. So in this instance, I'm using the smart vinyl, which is permanent, and it will then guide you through the exact process that you need to do, loading your material and actually starting up your machine. Everything is fully automated, so it takes the whole thinking process out of it. You don't have to worry whether you're doing anything right or wrong. And the process is so fast. I'm going to play this for you guys in real speed just to show you how fast the cutting process actually is. Once that was all cut, I just unloaded the material as directed, and I then moved on to doing the cut for my orange piece of vinyl. So same process again, I cut out my vinyl to the correct size, put it on my mat, double checked it all in Cricut Design Studio, and I was good to go. Now that all of my cuts are done, I've put both pieces on my cutting mat just to kind of keep them in position whilst I remove all of the bits of vinyl that I do not want on my design. This is where the transfer tape comes in handy. Honestly, this is a must-have for a project like this because this is going to make the process of transferring my vinyl over onto my piece of wood so much easier. So all you do is cut it to the correct size, put your transfer tape onto the top of your design, and this will then allow you to lift up the design. This was a little bit more tricky because I had to do it in 2 bits because I was using 2 different kind of bits of vinyl, but all you do is literally just place it down and smooth it out with that little scraper tool. Because I'm transferring this onto wood, which isn't an even material, you have to make sure it's pressed down really securely and that it's not going to lift at any point. So I'm going over as much as possible, smoothing it out and making sure there's no bumps or air bubbles. Same again for the orange play button as well. I just wanted to make sure I got it in the right place and then just smoothed it out and lifted up that transfer tape. And that is how quick and easy the process is. Yeah, good.
Oh wow, look at that, hey?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it. It's pretty sick, that.
You've come in at perfect timing, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I literally just finished it. Right, guys. Ta-da! So the logo is on there. The thing I was most stressed about was actually just getting the placement of the logo right, but it's gone on really nicely. It is super smooth, no bubbles. It's looking pretty good.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. I think it looks
I don't know
sick.
if I've put the logo a little too low on the circle.
No, I think you're spot on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So plan now with this, I have these strip lights. I actually got these for Steve's birthday, no, for Christmas. They're just like an LED kind of strip light. They're ones that plug into the wall. So I'm going to attach them to the back of this and then we can attach the sign to the wall. One of the reasons I went for such a thin one, there were a couple of different thickness options for the wood thing. I got the thinnest because it's super lightweight. I'm going to be attaching lights to the back of it, and I think I'm going to get away with just command stripping it to the wall, which is literally going to be the easiest possible option. So that is what I'm going to do now. Then we can stick it on the wall in Steve's office and I will show you guys the final result. I feel like the lights is what is going to bring it all together. So I started off by placing the command strips on here so I knew where I could place the lights around it. There is no rhyme or reason to this, guys. I was just trying to get as many lights on this piece of board as possible. These LED light strips are super thin, which makes them really malleable to be able to kind of change direction and wrap them round randomly like I'm doing here. They come with a sticky back, so as you can see, I'm kind of peeling off a paper strip and it already has an adhesive backing to it just to stick it straight on. Hi guys, so we have a matrix.
Come a bit closer.
We're using Steve's office, so basically this is his whole recording setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a microphone. I don't know if it's going to pick me up, but we have a matrix of lights going on behind here. We've got some command strips as well. So plan now is I'm basically just going to get Steve to sit. Where is your camera? Because I can't. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get Steve to sit in your spot.
Yep.
So I can place this properly. We should probably test the lights first.
We should. We really should.
Because with these LED lights, you have to trim them. So I feel like that would be a good place to start?
Yeah, let's do that then. Do you want to hold it now?
Yeah.
And then I need to turn them on my phone. Is that one colour now? I can't really tell.
Yeah, that's one colour. So they're working basically. You guys can see them.
They are working, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So you want me to sit in position?
Yeah.
Which is probably about here, I reckon. Yeah, because I kind of sit in the middle, keyboard, mouse, 2 screens. Yeah, about here. Ooh, it's going up on the wall.
I'm trying to like look and...
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it straight?
I mean, I can't tell. It's a bit dark back there now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Right, guys. So, as you can see... I pointed over the wrong shoulder. Right, guys. As you can see, the sign is up on the wall now. So I'm sat at Steve's desk in his little setup. So this is what it's going to look like. I just wanted to show you like the lights really quickly. So I will link these ones down below. But basically, you can kind of like change what kind of colours you want and stuff like that. I think Steve, who is standing over there, you can change, like make different themes and time things and whatever. So whatever he wants, he can kind of customize it. I did slightly adjust how the lights were kind of situated on that piece of board there. Originally, I ran them literally all behind the board. I took off the last bit that I put on and actually just wrapped it all the way around the edge, because what I found was that it was lighting directly the wall rather than the bits around it. So Steve likes this. The only downside for me is that obviously you can see the little dots around the edges. You quite like that. And obviously as long as Steve's happy, it's all that matters. But yeah, just something to bear in mind. We did try some other lights previously, like testing them out before doing this project. And I do find like with these kind of lights, you have to get good ones. Yeah. Otherwise, when you're filming, they flicker. So these don't flicker, because they're like really good quality ones. That's all I know about it. You can jump in if you want.
Yeah. So the main thing for me with the lights is, so I have 2 floodlights in this room as well. So one is the blue, one is the orange over the shoulder here. So the main issue is you need to find something that is 60 watt rather than 50 watt. Otherwise it will flicker. So there you go.
Yeah. So we did try and do like a battery operated one. So obviously there is a wire hanging down. Again, Steve's not that bothered about it. We might get some casing to kind of case it in and paint it to match the colour of the wall. But with the battery powered ones, they weren't strong enough to have a constant light when Steve was filming. They would just flicker. So that's why we kind of went, I can't get around the fact that it's on this side for some reason. Yeah, that's why we have gone with these lights. But overall, super happy with how the project turned out. Like I said, like Cricut, we wouldn't be able to do it without Cricut, because the logo's so clean cut. If I were to have like DIY'd that, it would have looked rubbish. But I will leave everything that I used down below in the description box, all the Cricut materials that I used. So yeah, don't forget to go check them out if you're a DIY enthusiast, because it is definitely worth the investment. And I hope you guys liked the final product. I don't know why I'm so stupid. I hope you guys like the final product. Obviously, if you want to go check out Steve's channel as well, you will see it in situ on his channel anyway. So yeah, I will leave that linked as well, and I will see you guys in the next one.